What's happening, people? Welcome to the General Banter podcast. This podcast, as usual, is sponsored by the wonderful people at Manscaped.com. They've been a long-time sponsor on this podcast. You know the crack. They are the world's leading device when it comes to shaving your downstairs. Spring has sprung. We're heading into spring. They're the world's leaders in below-the-waist grooming. They're the best tools for some spring cleaning in your man's pants, okay? And if you listen to this podcast, you go to manscaped.com and use the code GEMBAMP1 to get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. It's called Manscaped. It can be used on a man. You can gift it to your man. You can also buy this if you happen to be a lady. You can be a themscaped, you know? Yeah, don't be afraid to take this to your downstairs, ladies. I do recommend if you're gifting this to somebody or gifting it to yourself to get the care package. I'm going to read you out exactly what's in the care bundle, okay? It's got the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker, the ear and nose trimmer. Do you hear that, ladies? The Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, and a pair of performance briefs, which I can confirm are very, very soft. It also comes in a very cool leather travel bag, which I have a couple of now, and I use them for many purposes. I throw the Manscaped in there. I take them on tour. I throw the toothbrush in there alongside the Manscaped. That might be a mistake, but it is a very handy and high-quality travel bag. So that's manscaped.com. And if you listen to this podcast, use the code GEMBAMP1 for 20% off plus free shipping. Where else would you get it? Manscaped.com. Cheers. Enjoy the podcast.
The General Banter podcast with Cole and Jettis.
What the fuck is happening, people? Welcome to the General Banter podcast, recording live from the home office. We're broadcasting from the home office this week. And to quote my man, Alan Carr, what a week it's been. If you're listening to this podcast on a Tuesday, be rest assured there has been a dump of podcasts onto the Patreon. That's patreon.com/General Banter podcast. I'm plugging it up front. Our week was fucked. There we go. There goes the monetization on YouTube there. It was fucked. The whole week was fucked. Okay? We had the this is what can crumble the life of a solo podcaster, okay? I bought myself a new Rodecaster. We're recording on it right now. We're sounding loud and clear. And we went to the comedy boxing, the comedians boxing, me and Aaron McCann, and we came back here to General Banter HQ Mark II 2.0. And we were fucking steaming, and I was like, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put on this light, I'm gonna put on some studio lighting. And we'll get some other low lights on. It'll be a vibe, man. It'll be a vibe. And I walked across the room and I stood on the plug and I shattered all the pins off it. Yeah! Still got it, bro. Still got that heft. Absolutely smashed it to pieces. And I thought it was going to be a regular kettle lead that charged it, and it was a specific type of charger. And fuck me, did I have to wait for it? Oh my God. Ordered it from Amazon. Had to wait for the replacement all week. Couldn't record. Had everything in place. Had the microphones, had the new Rodecaster, had the laptop, had the camera, had the mics, had it all sitting here. And then me, like a fat bitch, stood on the charger and snapped all the pins off it. And I'm like, I literally can't even record. I have no recorder unless I record on my phone. But the people deserve better out there. And that's it. A fucking cord about that long for the visual watchers. And I broke it, and that was it. Life at a standstill. Couldn't record. Couldn't get recording in the Belfast office because it's a fucking building site at the minute. And I just had to wait. And then, of course, the lead arrived. And one by one, the child, the wife, me, sick, sore throat, kind of didn't have a voice. I mean, you can probably hear it. You can hear it hanging in there a wee bit, you know what I mean? Still got a bit of gruffness. But here we are. The Chris Kent podcast is available right now. There's a half-hour, power hour, answering all your questions in a silly goose kind of way, and that's all on Patreon right now, and also this bad boy. So here we are, we're getting right into it. Will we cover the boxing event? Will I go back and chat about that? Why not? Did I go there and watch it and think to myself, I should have done this? Absolutely. But I feel like it was all happening before I really give it any proper thought. So we went there. All the comedians were boxing each other in aid of PIPs, suicide awareness, and they probably raised a whole pile of money. That was in the Ulster Hall. And here's a nice thing to do every once in a while. Go to something by yourself, because the event got close, and I know people were killing themselves for tickets. And I said to the promoters who I also work with, I was like, "Is there any tickets about? Can I buy tickets?" And they're like, "Listen, we got 2 guest lists here. Guest list, you can take them." And I went, "Brilliant! The joys of being also in that business and working with them." And I mean, it has ruined my experience of everything now, because if you ever go to a gig that's nothing to do with you or your promotion people or anything, and you got to buy a ticket and just sit in the crowd, and you're like, where's all the fridge with the beer in it? Where's all the toilets that are just for me? But me and Maureen were supposed to go, and then at the last minute she couldn't go because the child was ill, and I just went by myself. I've no mates to go with; they're all beating the head of each other in front of me. So I was just like, right, I'll go. Went up to the balcony, chilled out. A few people freaking out, going, "Fuck, are you doing here?" Someone actually said the word, "What are you doing here with us, plebs?" And I went, "Bro, I'm king pleb. I'm king of the plebs. You joking me? Fuck's sake. Leave me alone." So yeah, I went and I sat and met some very nice people sitting around me. We watched the fights. People kept buying me pints, and that sounds like a complaint, but a couple of pints, lovely. Cheers. Oh, thank you, mate. That's amazing. Some guy got me so many beers. Shout out to that guy. I hadn't even touched the first one by the time the second one came. I was like, "Mate, you gotta fucking calm down here. I'm on a balcony with like 15 fucking. It's like the bar Tenants Vital on my feet here. Absolutely jammed." So needless to say, the big man drank about fucking 12 pints while he's sitting watching these fights. Fights were great. They did a great job. Dave Elliott, absolutely 10 out of 10 on the commentary. And watched the fights, got the good. In fact, I got a message from Dan, who was producing the sort of live stream, and he's like, "Do you want to come down and commentate on the Mickey and McCartney fight?" And I went, "I mean, 8 pints ago, yeah." He's like, "Come on down." So I fucking stumbled down there and did a bit of commentating through that fight. A lot of distractions, you know what I mean? I'm half pissed. People are shouting all over the place. People are coming up trying to get photos. And it was chaos. It was chaos. But it was great. Mickey won that fight. Slapped the head off McCartney. All the fights were kind of good. People had their biases. People had their predictions. People thought like, like Sean Haggerty, he's gonna walk over Pete Giffen. And no, sure enough, it was a tight enough fight. They were all pretty tight. Shane came out. He was all business. Everyone was having a bit of crack with a walkout, and he's like, "No, absolutely not. I'm going straight out here, and I'm just gonna box the teeth clean out of Johnny Bowe, get the job done, go home." And then the big fight at the end, Ronan Boyle and Paddy McDonnell. And again, everyone was like, "Here, Ronan Boyle's fucking some operator, he's a big guy, way bigger than Paddy. This is gonna be a bloodbath." And they went at it a bit. I think maybe Ronan looked like it was, or thought of it as a bit of a sparring match rather than a full-blown fight, which is fine. But it was highly entertaining, and it came out a draw. Controversial. You gotta lay it up for the rematch, don't you? Fucking right. You want the trilogy. Maybe like another draw. That would get them a third fight. They'd be like, "Well, I've been fighting this one cunt for fucking 3 years now. What's going on?" But it was a great night, and just obviously like completely full of podcast fans. So everyone was very friendly. There was a guy in the bar or on the balcony beside me. I forget his name. Apologies. I was hammered. And the two of us were like, he goes, "Who have you got in this fight?" And I was like, "Well, if I was really putting money on it, I would say Ronan." And he goes, "I don't know. I think Paddy has him." And I went, "Let's bet on it, and we'll give the winnings to Pips." And it was called a draw. And I was like, "That's bullshit. I'm taking my money back." And he's like, "I'm taking my fucking money back." We took our money back. It's tenner each. I was like, "Fuck that. We're keeping it. This thing's rigged. This out boxing's corrupt out of business. I'm taking my fucking money back." But all in all, it was great. But here, let me tell you something. I am 36 as fuck because we came back here. We got a lift home from Maureen's sister, and God love her. God love her. Listen to her and fucking me and I mean the chats me and Aaron get into on the, like when we're pissed. It's like one of those things, you think he's out there chatting to other girls or whatever, and then it's me and Aaron in a car being taxied home going like, no, but like seriously, Timbaland basically owned music for about fucking 5 years. Man, have you heard Missy Elliott Wake Up with Jay-Z? Man, it's fucking lit, bro. It's absolutely fucking lit. Two fucking losers got back here, smashed my roadcaster, and then drank fucking. See those nights when there's no bar to kick you out of, and there's no one to send you home, and you do your I've been out drinking, and then you get back and you do another night's drinking, and I was not well, and it's not even hangovers these days. You know what I mean? You start to get older, and you're like, right, day one, fucking still pissed. Day one, you just wake up. You know when I go to bed about fucking 6 o'clock, making fucking toast in the kitchen. They burnt the house down, and you get up the next day, and day one is just get through it because you're still drunk. Your head is up your arse. You're incapable of doing anything. Day two feels like day two feels like a hangover you would have had when you were 22, which is like I feel it a bit, but I'll get through it, And then day three. Depression. Deep depression. You're just like, what's the point? I feel like shit. Why am I even doing anything I'm doing? This is a nightmare. I've made all the wrong life decisions. Bro, I was drunk on Saturday. Wednesday was the first day where I was like, I feel kind of, it comes as a surprise. You're like, Jesus Christ, I feel okay today. Let's party. So yeah. I mean, I should just age gracefully and do that thing where you go, oh, I have a wee bottle of whiskey there, and I have a couple of wee, icy whiskeys, and then I go to bed and I chill out. But no, I'll go like 2-3 months and not touch it and be like, man, I have no place in my life for alcohol. I'm too busy. And then get one window of opportunity and go, well, let me put 3 months of drinking into this one spot. Some will say it's a problem. I don't know if you're an expert out there, feels like a problem. Like you could look at if my wife was in the doctors and they were like, how many times a week do you drink? She'd be like, 6. But she drinks like a European. She drinks like a Spaniard. How many, you drank 6 times, how many units did you have? She'd be like 3. Maureen is very good at that. She'd be like, oh, just, we're out for lunch. Oh, I might get a small glass of wine. And she'll just have a wee wine in the daytime. And then not want to go on the full rip. Maniac. Oh, got the baby to bed. Oh, everyone's chilling out. Oh, I might have this little can of, one of these little cans of gins or whatever, and then she puts a load of fucking salad in it. And she just has, what a fucking maniac. She just has the drink. Lunatic. Absolute lunatic. Just one drink, and then she's happy enough, goes to bed. What sort of mania? Like, she might look at me and be like, why does he he doesn't drink at all for like 3-4 months at a time and it gets absolutely plastered? What a maniac. Whereas I'm going like, if you're going to fucking do it at all, do it right, And she's just able to have her one drink. Sociopath. Absolute sociopath. But anyway, it's been a fun week. I was hungover through fucking Valentine's Day, did absolutely nothing for that's what happens when you're in a long-term relationship. You knew each other for fucking about 7-8 years, then you get married, and then you knew each other you're married for fucking, 4 or 5 years. It's fucking, you just turn around about 2 days out from Valentine's Day, be like, by the way, I'm getting you nothing. Because what does it even matter at this point? And I know there's girls out there going, we pretend like we don't like it. We do actually like flowers and all. I mean, the problem is when you're married and you're both running the same bloody businesses and you have the same child, you have to go like, I'll be back in a minute. Where are you going? Just somewhere. Where? Because my wife does that. I mean, let's not get sexist with it. Very female thing of, I mean, there's memes about it, like there's a girl lying in bed, like twiddling her thumbs, like, oh, just waiting for my husband to come upstairs so that I can tell him to get water and my phone charger and something else. That's women in general. You know? You fucking should just lie there doing absolutely nothing for 3 hours, and the second you move, it's, where are you going? Shop? Okay, get milk, get this, go and buy paint, go and buy something. You're like, what? You had all that time to go do it yourself, and then you wait till I fucking flinch? Unbelievable women. Who needs them? What colour's your Bugatti? I'm making a new character. It's called Andrew Tato. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't sneak away when you're married. You know, you can't. If I said I'm nipping out to the shop, she'd be like, yeah, can you just go to fucking Screwfix and get something to hang this paint? Like, you can't do it. You have to like fake. This is what men have to. I've noticed this in relationships. It's perfectly normal, and all the internet material will feed this attitude where it's like, it's okay to rest. It's okay no matter what's going on. If you've got 6 kids and a job, it's fine to just ring into the job and tell them that you're mentally tired. Tell your children they can feed themselves for a day. You deserve a rest. You can't pour from an empty glass. Fill yourself up. And then I've noticed this pattern where, see, if men men can't go, you can't go, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just nothing. What do you mean? I'm just absolutely overwhelmed by everything. I'm exhausted, worked really hard, load of late nights, absolutely fucked. I'm just going to have a me day. I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to put the telly on and I'm just going to bring some wee snacks with me. I'm going to fade in and out of naps all day just to recharge. People will be like, what sort of fucking father are you that you would choose rest over your child? Now, women can do that, and we're going full Tato today, full Andrew Tato. But what men have to do is like effort. If you're taking a break away from your family, you have to be like, what are you doing? Running, just to clear my head, just to deal with this. Where are you going? Gym. I've seen videos of people walking around a gym. Well, why do you come to the gym? And they're all just like, so I don't just mentally break down. You got to go do an activity if you want time. If you want your own time as a man, you got to be active. You can't be just resting. I'm going to have a wee me day. Well, you better be golfing for fucking 5 hours. You better be doing some sort of goddamn exercise. You can't just be going out there and chilling. For fuck's sake. Anyway, just on a bit of a rant there, you know what I mean? Just on a bit of an actual lose my mind rant. We've done a lot of podcasting today. Let's see what our boy Sammy has to say here. Good man.
And of fishing.
I do love fishing. Yes, I do.
What?
Yeah, I'd love to be a fisher them.
What, like a fly fisherman?
I'd be any type of fisher them. I think I would like to, one day I'd just like to end my days fishing. Like
We
sitting
can
on
sort
a
that
boat.
out.
Isn't it?
Do
Yeah.
you fly
Peaceful.
fishing or like?
I do it on the sea and I do it in lakes. I've never done it alone. So cool. Someone's always taught me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of fishing.
Ronan Keating, like, what the fuck are you talking? So there you go. And trying to be, in a bid to be super progressive, Sam Smith is out there saying fisher them. And as progressive as he wants to be, there's going to be some vegan going, oh my God, he's murdering fish. Ah, what a piece of shit. Sam Smith is the fucking, he's the new Andrew Tate, like just someone we can all focus on while China flies in a fucking helium balloon full of bombs. And he's on TV saying fisher them in a very like, oh, you mean fisher them? Like correct them kind of way. Fisher them. I'm glad he has nothing else to worry about, Sam Smith, other than going on a sort of pronoun fucking rampage. How exhausting. I mean, is it going to get to the point where, you got to retroactively go back and correct things? Oh, I've only been saying it forever. You mean a fisher them? Huh? Oh my God, the house is burning down. Get the fire them. Will you? Oh my God. Quickly, I've been knifed. Excuse me, police, they. I appear to be bleeding to death. Old movies and all. Oh, have you seen Them in Black. Have you seen the They Who Stare at Goats? Phenomenal. Aqua Them. Jason Momoa. Incredible performance. Huh? Have you seen the new series of Them DeLorean? They DeLorean? 10 out of 10. Absolutely loved it. I thought, if I had to choose, I would say that my favorite Bat Them was probably Christian Bale. Really loved it. Anyway, is anyone going to watch them Chester United? You see the match last night? Which one? They Chester City. It's great, wasn't it? Yeah. Loved it. Have you seen Denzel Washington in Them on Fire? Here's the weird thing about fucking about pronouns is, and I actually really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck to the point where if someone's talking about me third person and they misgender me, oh, she has a podcast called fucking General Banter. I'd be like, all right, call me they. I don't give a flying fuck. But I feel like it's a weird thing to oh my God. It's a weird thing to just make it your whole business, you know what I mean? And I feel like if you listen to was it Tim Dillon's podcast where he goes on an absolute fucking rant about Sam Smith being like, listen, the singing only gets you so far. You're called Sam Smith, you look like a plumber. So you got to do something else. Let's be kind of like edgy and satanic like it hasn't been done 50 billion times. It's the hot thing to do nowadays because the TikToks are so full of fucking, conspiracy theorists that they're all like, what was Sam Smith trying to say? What was Rihanna doing when she, at the Super Bowl, when she did the fucking diamond sign, even though that's been like the Rock Nation thing for fucking ever, as in a diamond? Oh, she did a triangle though. Oh, that must mean she's on fucking Epstein's Island. I think I saved a video the other day. And it was just all the people that have been on fucking Epstein's Island. And it was, hey, do you know who it was? Fucking everybody. Absolutely everybody. But yeah, Sam Smith's just basically going, I gotta spice it up somehow. I'm gonna come out here looking like a gammon joint tied up in a rope. And do you know what? I hate doing this. I'm only talking about it because it's topical and I have a goddamn podcast. I couldn't give a fuck, bro. Could not give a flying fuck. Sing a fucking song. Same as Kanye, same as everyone else. Oh my God, Adele lost weight. Do an album. Kanye's in it. Do an album. I'm not wearing the shoes because he said Hitler, but give me some tunes, man. Give me some fucking tunes. Just fucking sing the song. Like, show me the song. Just play the song. Play the goddamn song. They didn't say, they're like, we gotta spice this up a wee bit. Let me dress up like the devil. Have you seen Aunt They? Huh? One of my favorites. The Wicker Them. Huh? I did. Did I Google movies with the word man in the title? Yes, I did. I'm struggling. I'm not seeing any. The Sand Them. Just so obscure and fucking no one's ever even seen them anyway. Have you seen The Wolf Them? Oh, these are getting worse by the second. Men in Black, we already did that one. Oh, come on, bro. There's Have you seen The Wrath of They? These get worse. Titles with the word man. I'm going to do... Have you seen... Oh, my God. Stunning performance by Jim Carrey in the movie Them on the Moon. Absolutely. No, bat they. Name of the podcast right there. What, guys? Are you feeling it? Bat they. You don't get this with a fucking guest podcast, do you? A guy losing his mind. I need it, guys. Do you enjoy the popular program Them versus Food? Where a man goes around America stuffing his fat fucking face? Oh, yes, the old classic Rain Them. About people on the neurodivergent spectrum who happens to be class at cards. Rain Them. Check it out. Oh, the old classic, the them with the iron fists. Not to be confused with the them in the iron mask. We're here all day. There's a simple one. The them. What else have we got before I absolutely fully lose my voice? Big fan of the Hollow They. I've seen that. Come on, there's bound to be one more left in here. Give it to me. Bat they forever. Jesus Christ. We're going. Give us one more. Give us one more, you fucking slags. Oh, yes. Who could forget X them? I'm not too familiar with X them, but we'll use it for the... Come on, give us one more obscure one. Come on, we've done them black. We've done them in black. This is well worth listening to, isn't it, this podcast? The Last They on Earth. We've done it. We did the full IMDb, and yeah, it's mainly Batmans and Spider Days. But here we are. It's been a strange old bat them. What a great name for a podcast. Bat them. Jesus Christ, so fucking funny, man. Oh, where's my phone? Jesus Christ. I mean, if you looked at 1 week in news around these parts, it's just fantastic. Valentine's Day there, you know, Eric Andre put up a photo of him sort of sprawled naked on a sofa, and then in the background of the mirror, in fact, it was her taking the photo. The photo was fucking Emily Ratajkowski, fresh off the pipe of Pete Davidson. And it's funny. It's funny that when Pete Davidson was just fucking knocking him down, and he ended up riding her, everybody was like, "Bro, what is it with this fucking guy?" Because you start picking holes in it because you wish it was you banging her. You're like, look at this fucking scrawny, fucking AIDSy wee unfunny bitch. And then Andre steps in there, and you're like, bro, fair play. And I'm going full Andrew Tato on it again. But, he's like, how did you get onto this boat? All you had to do was send a DM. I had to buy the fucking yacht. She just is naturally hot. He had to become one of the funniest cunts of all time. But here, at the end of the day, smashing that ass. And for some reason, I don't know what it was, Pete Davidson gets a go at that, and you're like, don't know, fuck that guy. Eric Andre's in there, you're like, abso-fucking-yesly, my friend. That's how powerful funny is, my guys. That's how powerful being funny is. Just laughing the cocks off A-list supermodels. Incredible. And people are always like, why is there not more women doing comedy? Because women can get the ride. At the end of the day, if we're being sexist about it, they can get it. And there's a lot of dudes out there who are like, what have I got left other than to be a silly Billy? And people will be like, you're so funny. Slop. And that's the sound of wet cocks hitting the floor. You know what I mean? Sensational. I found this guy on TikTok, and it was just, the dude it was a black dude. Just I don't know why that's important, but you know why. And he's just fucking he's just looking at all these chicks with big fat dumpers. On a verging on the side of people will be like, Jesus, she's a bit obese. But this guy's loving it, he's like sitting over the sink. Beautifully shot too, lovely lighting and all. He's like, sensational. He's like, when you can't fucking squeeze them tits on the side of the bra. Sensational. 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it. Big Sam Smith anyway, what a lunatic. Once again, just sing the fucking song. Same as Lizzo, Oh, she's promoting fab. Sing a fucking song, will you? Sing a fucking song. Out there playing the sash on a flute. I saw a clip of fucking Phil Collins the other day, and I was like, look at that. Look at that. The most fucking just a guy of all time. Let me see, Easy Lover. I wonder, I'm not going to be able to show the video, but we can blast a bit. Is there a live version? Just a fucking Jesus. This is coming off the internet, this one. Fuck yeah, bro. Look at the many people in there. Oh, the dance moves, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. Do you think they were sitting around having arguments going, do you know what? Is Phil Collins good for music? Because the image that he puts across is that of a technology teacher in 1996. No, it's all about the talent. But somewhere along the line, it had to change. Something changed where you had to be a complete fucking personality. He's there with two of these black dudes here, fucking absolutely way cooler than him. But he's like, I own everything, man. I wrote this. I'm bald as shit. I'm absolutely average looking. Looks a bit like my Uncle Gary. And no one ever. I mean, men do get away with that, to be honest. There is a bit of sexism within entertainment where people, women are constantly trying to cling on to youth. Men can kind of grow older gracefully. Women are fucking pulling their faces left, right, and centre. And then you do see some men on TV where you go, were you fucking making it? Do something. I sit in the garage talking to myself, and even I'm getting my fucking teeth fixed. I was watching Clarkson's Farm the other day, and Jeremy Clarkson, I'm like, bro, your teeth are made out of broken fucking limpet shells. Your eyebrows are demented. And your nose is basically an old fucking strawberry. Here, make some you multi-millionaire bastard, make a fucking effort. Drive the same car as me, say nothing. Here, make a fucking effort. I feel like if I was, a woman in his position, and I suppose that, you're maybe talking like the Katie Hopkins type fucking figure. I don't know if that's the equivalent, but as soon as you dislike someone's personality and they're a woman, they just get heaped at this fucking old bitch. Old ugly, scraggly bitch fucking talking shit. Men are afforded a lot more, I will say that. Andrew Tato takes his opinions back. But look at that. I mean, you could argue the equivalent nowadays. I mean, see, to be honest, I don't even like seeing that. I would rather. Do you know what? I'm taking it all back. I take it all back. Sam, you gotta dress like a devil. You know what I mean? You gotta lose your mind. You gotta fucking tie ropes around your titties, because you gotta do something other than like Sam Smith, bro. Looking the way you do, you should be in a grey tracksuit in fucking East Belfast. Sammy! With two staffies. That's what a guy like you should be doing. But you gotta change it up. You are a fucking pop star. I get it now. Wreck the mic. Do something. Because the alternative is Ed Sheeran. I'm a regular dude. That's his whole game. I'm regular. And you just go, fuck off, will you? I'm in love with the shape of... Boring. I take it all back. Go mental. Come out at a concert full of teenagers there to watch you with a fucking strap on your head. Who gives a flying fuck? I take it all back. I respect it a bit because it's Phil Collins there and he's absolutely killing it and that's an absolute tune. You know, but he's the most regular. He's just a fucking guy. And I'll be honest, nowadays, you can't just be a fucking guy. It's boring. And the quickest way to be edgy, it's like when I was in art college, you know, people trying to be edgy, they'd be like, this is just an expressionist painting of something. Why is my wife phoning me? Let's see what she's got here. Let's just take a quick pause on the podcast to speak about our sponsor, the Calm app. Do you have anxious thoughts? Are you restless at night? Or do you just not feel like your best self? Making sure we feel our best should be a top priority. And by spending a few minutes with Calm each day, you can be sure you're taking the necessary time to prioritize yourself. Guys, it's the Calm app. It's phenomenal. It's got everything you need when it comes to being mindful and calm. It's got breathing exercises. It's got your soundscapes, which are very relaxing if you happen to be stressed or traveling. It's also got the adult sleep stories, which has a lot of celebrities reading some beautiful stories to help you nod off. If you're having trouble sleeping, this is going to be the best thing for you. If you have a stressful, busy day and you just need to take a few minutes out to just relax, do some guided breath work, some guided meditations, just to ground yourself, just to feel mindful, just to snap you back to reality. The Calm app is what you need, my guys. And if you listen to this podcast, you can go to calm.com/banter, and there you will receive 40% off your subscription, which is fantastic. You can go to sleep to the sounds of Cillian Murphy, which my wife is very happy about. He'll read you some beautiful story and that'll help you nod off. We use this in our own life. I'll use a breathing exercise before I go on stage. You know what I mean? It's heightened. It's a heightened time. You're breathing heavily. You need to take a minute to just pause, breathe properly and relax. So there you have it, my guys. The Calm app, calm.com/banter. Get 40% off. Okay? Cheers, guys. Enjoy the podcast. And we're back. The joys of recording at home. The wife on the phone there. You can't trust these women. I was like, I'll walk home. You keep the car. Put the keys in it. And she's lost the keys. Typical! Phil Collins, bro. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. I think I was slabbering about how, you know, he's like a cool guy. Or he's not. He's just a cool guy because what he does. And then all these other cunts nowadays that, have to... You got to be something else. He probably went in for a meeting at the old record company and they were like, Sam, you've done the fucking I'm a normal guy shit. Now you got to do the fucking I'm a lunatic shit. You know? Become the they in the arena. Let me see. That's that famous Theodore Roosevelt. Oh Jesus, where is it? It is not the critic who counts. It is not the they who points out how the strong they stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the they who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great endeavours, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of higher achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory or defeat. Man, if I could read, that would have been epic, wouldn't it? The them in the arena. I mean, fucking, Theodore Roosevelt knows his crack. You know, I'm pretty sure he was a bit of a grappler too, which is even more gangster. Man, if you take anything away from this fucking lunatic podcast that I've just shed out here, it's that, isn't it? There you go. It is not the critic who counts. Exactly. Gargle my testes. You know, I did this. I boiled this sentiment right down to the term snorkel my anus. Here, Theodore, I get what you're saying, but here, bit fucking wordy. You could have boiled it right down to snorkel my pipe end. He's absolutely right. You know what I mean? I've had friends come to me. I've suffered from it myself. You know, you do a thing, and you know, you get shit from people, and you know, people have psychologically deconstructed the idea of a hater. You know, it's always they fucking hate themselves. You're this online bully. You've got problems with yourself. You're insecure. You're like, I don't like what that person's doing. And the thing to remember is, here, just be passionate. Do what you want to do because you want to do it, and fuck everyone else. You know? Be the they in the arena. We're being motivational today. Okay? Fuck what everyone else is thinking. Because I'll tell you what, if there's a person who's slabbering about something that you're doing out loud, there'll be someone who quietly absolutely loves it way more than that person even hates it. And they'll not say anything. You know what I mean? So as Theodore Roosevelt once said, you can snorkel my anus. Anyway, we did. I put out a lot of questions on Patreon, which I will answer in the half hour, power hour, up the actual hoods. Couple of questions. Couple of questions. Very sorry about the drunken state on Saturday when we met. When's the next boxing and are you fighting? From Eleanor. I'll be honest with you. Here's what I forgot. Right, humble brag central. I was pissed. I was by myself, and at the end of the night, I was like, I'm gonna go down here. I've already done a bit of commentating. I'll go down and see what the crack is with people downstairs. You know, see where people are going after. And on the walk down, got caught at the entrance to the downstairs of the Ulster Hall, and you know, forgot that probably half of the fucking listeners to this and everyone else's podcast were at the thing. So yeah, I got stuck taking a lot of photos of people, but it's all good. I mean, was the ring down before I got speaking to anybody? Yeah, but do you know what I mean? It's all good, isn't it? It's all good. When's the next one? I don't know when the next one is, but there was talk of I think Shane sort of took control of the making it happen. It was Mickey's sort of idea. He talked about it for a long time, and then I think Shane had got in touch with the promoters, and they sort of went ahead and made it happen for charity and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know when it is, but I think there's talk of it being in the SSE, which is wild. And to be honest, it was sort of the thing that I hadn't really. I don't know, because it was going to be me and Dave fighting, so I was like, I don't even know if I could be fucked with that, you know what I mean? I think they're going to do like a Belfast versus other, you know, the rest of the world or whatever way they're calling it. Maybe I would. I think I'd much rather fight someone that didn't know, you know, go in there and beat the fucking loaf off some English cunt. So when of course, once I've actually been to the thing and seen how cool it was, I was like, man, this would have been great to be involved with. Even though I spoke to Shane afterwards, and he was like, yeah, I enjoyed everything apart from the actual fight. So, but yeah, it looked pretty cool. Would I be involved? I don't know. I probably would, you know. I think it just looked like a lot of fun. And I nearly feel like, you know, I wouldn't want to be trying to matchmake and be like, I think I'd definitely win that fight. I think I'd rather have a fight that I was genuinely a wee bit scared about. You know, I think that would make me train like a motherfucker. But anyway, are you and Keys going to Brendan Schaub doing the Ulster Hall? I mean, hilariously, I was asked like, oh, who do you think would support Brendan Schaub? And I went, fuck me, I'll do it. And then someone informed me like, oh, do you know that there's a Fighter and the Kid, what do you call it, like Reddit page where they've put up a clip of you and Connor Keys slobbering about Brendan Schaub's stand-up? And I was like, oh well, I guess that opportunity has flown away on me. In fact, you know, here, listen. You know, have I listened to that fucking podcast for many years? Yes. Did I watch The Fight Companions? Yes. Did I watch that bit of stand-up about him, pushing a guy in a wheelchair under into traffic or something? Yeah. Did I think it was a bit fucking whatever? Yeah. But here, who gives a shit? Would I go to it? Yeah, I probably would, just to go check it out. You know what I mean? But I think the support slot's out the window now that we've been slobbering about that specific bit of stand-up. Sure, what can you do, bro? What can you do? Anyway, here's a clip from Belfast. Classic Belfast. Preacher in the middle of the street losing his mind and someone going mad at him. Let's see if we can refresh this page. I don't know if I can show any of these, unfortunately. We'll go by audio. Let's see. Oh, of course it's on mute, you bastard. Play. Absolutely, just play. Hey guys, play.
Yes, this young man's called PJ, and you want to know, does God accept gays? Yes. So God does accept gays, yes, but they must repent of their homosexuality. Do you know what repentance means? No. Repentance means to change your behavior or change your ways. Do you realize that homosexuality is a sin according to the Bible? Is that right? Does God love the people that go to hell then, missus? Does God love the
Fair
people
play,
that
the
go to-
old doll's like, God loves every... Here, you're talking shite. I know for a fact God loves everybody, so fuck off. Love that.
What's the part of the Bible that says that?
Yeah,
There's
1 Corinthians chapter 6,
one line,
verses 9 and 10.
one line
Romans
in the
chapter
entire
1.
Bible.
No, there's not. There's loads
yes,
of lines.
there is. No, there's not. Right, we'll go. Go.
Love that. Got a guy, someone quoted when they sent this to me, they said Belfast Hagrid. So you got this guy, he's in Belfast giving it the full, has anybody got any questions about Christ? I've been reading up on it. And he goes, is it all right to be gay? And he's like, it's okay if they repent their sins. Bro, everything's all right if you repent your sins, isn't it? Do whatever the fuck you want and be like, here, listen, I'm sorry about that. I fucking lost a run of myself there for a wee second. Don't worry about it. I'm repenting. Oh, fuck's sake. Everyone's repenting, but they're doing it anyway. Who gives a flying fuck? And then this guy's like, it says in the Bible, does it? One line. Bro, you're fixating on one line. And he goes, 1 Corinthians fucking...
Sir, please, enlighten me.
Okay. So we have in the Bible Romans chapter 1. Okay. Verse
This is a bit like a stand-up gig where the heckler is always at a disadvantage because they don't have a microphone. So he's awaiting one.
24 to 27. It very clearly says that a man sleeping with a man is unnatural.
But if I was that guy, I'd be like, but always the guys. I used to have material about this where I was like, everybody that's like homophobic, it's always just men fucking each other in the asshole. As if that's the fucking only thing people are doing. The Lord said men bucking other grown men in the shag pipe is a disaster. You know? No one's ever been like, say on the Pornhub, they're quoting it like it's the Bible, on Pornhub category lesbian scissoring, video number 32, when the women are mushing their perfectly shaved clams against each other. The Lord said, go ahead and watch it, but you must repent it. But here, when you spunk in your repents, he gives a fuck at that point. It's always dudes bucking each other in the butt.
And a woman sleeping with a woman is unnatural.
Do not.
He's like, but a woman sleeping with a woman is unnatural, but kind of class. Am I right, guys?
Word. Say it as it says in the
Sorry?
Bible. Say it as it says in the Bible. Do not reword it. Do not reinterpret it. Give me the exact words of the Bible.
Sir,
Do not
homosexuality according to the
do
Bible.
not
Leviticus 18 is
misinterpret
an
the Bible.
abomination. Stop getting angry, sir.
Lying
Calm
piece
yourself
of
down.
garbage.
Don't be so hateful and intolerant, sir.
Yes! Gaslighting. Or whatever the word is. What's the actual psycho word for that? Stop being so up there, being gay, being in love with another human who happens to be the same sex as you. What if they're a they, guys? What if they're a gay they? Who's even bringing fucking gender and sexuality into the... Who gives a fuck? Love is love, guys. Okay? As long as, it's not two men. 2 women, we're gonna let it slide. 2 men fucking each other in the butt almost every time with indefinitely, according to this man. Don't be so hateful and intolerant, bro. In town with a microphone.
There's a lot of Christians
The man who stands there being hateful and intolerant. Fuck yeah!
here today. Why is everybody so Christophobic? How do you know you're Christian?
Christophobic? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Christophobic. Chat shit, get banged. Christos, you know what I mean?
How you're a Christian? No person's a Christian unless they're born of God.
I go to church every Sunday and
I go to church every Sunday for the fanny mainly. You know what I mean? Do you know how many suppressed lesos are in there? We're shortening it with the anti-Christo lesos. You know? Licking the fucking they-hole off each other. Get in there! Shout out to Belfast, straight into Starbucks.
Obviously you're not Christian because by your fruits you shall know them.
Yes, brilliant.
But you can't be born a Christian, you have to be born again. Have you been born again, sir?
If by born again you mean pull my entire head out of another woman's vagina. These anti-Christos, bro. What the fuck? Oh, I've got some sort of weird stain on my pants. The joys of having a toddler, bro. Oh my God, that's glorious. I go to church fucking for the puss every Sunday. Huh? Absolutely. Shout out to Belfast. Just on a fucking Tuesday, chilling. Just walking through town. You know what I mean? Oh, we'll look at a few watches in the window. Lovely. Where do you want to go? Wagamamas? Fair enough if you're anti-Christo and a leso. But here, have you been born again? I mean, is anything wiped off the fuck? Is it like Men in Black? Sorry, They in Black? You hit the button. So the slate is wiped clean if you're born again. If you're a murdering psychopath who tends to, enjoy a bit of bulb in his mouth, have you been born again? Huh? We don't care about, a nice, charitable, friendly, kind, homosexual man who's probably invariably fucking men in the ass every single time they speak to one. But if you're an absolute lunatic, if you've been born again, here, listen. As long as you're on the Jesus team, you anti-Christo bastard. Ladies and gentlemen, Christophobic. That is absolutely 10 out of 10 Belfast vibes there. Fantastic. The Lord said you must be good. If you're a man out there, don't care about the women. If you're a man out there shunting cocoa, even fucking, what's his name? Stephen Fry, he was on something. He's like, do you think all gay dudes are out here fucking each other in the ass? Nah, bro. Not everyone's into that. Maybe an HJ and a nice read of a book in a park. I mean, the scarf on that guy alone would lead you to believe that he's just absolutely no crack whatsoever. I don't even say the word crack. I'd risk of being a gay man. A gay day. We finish on this, guys. We'll let it play through. We'll see what it's all about. It says, RTE today, Babe Station comes to Westport. We'll let it run.
I am here in the town that is famous for its...
I think I've been to Westport,
It's beautiful scenery, Croagh right there, and now more recently for its connection to the adult channel Babe Station. I'm in Westport, in County Mayo, and I'm here to find out what's going on.
What the fuck's going on, boys?
Here in the local newspaper, the Mayo News, and Neil O'Neill is the managing editor. Neil, is this one of the most...
Hold on. We've put this video on because of its clickbait nature. Babe Station comes to Westport. I don't think we need to go further than 22 seconds in. The guy's name is, what did they say? Neil O'Neill?
Managing editor. Neil, is this one of the most... And Neil O'Neill is the managing editor.
Neil O'Neill? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Christophobic featuring Neil O'Neill and Phil Collins.
Neil, is this one of the most bizarre stories you've covered?
Neil, it's fucking bizarre, man.
Yeah.
So this TV network in the UK, Babe Station, their numbers were confused with numbers here in Westport, or they were being put through, or what?
Yeah, basically, people who were calling from Ireland weren't adding the UK prefix, and they weren't dropping the zero, so they were getting put through to local numbers here in Westport, and it seems to have been going on for several years now.
So what's the feeling like around the town today that the girls are going to arrive at 2 o'clock?
I think some people are probably annoyed by it. They probably don't think it's appropriate, and it's unnecessary. But what Babe.
So there's people like trying to ring Babe Station and just ringing the wrong number, and someone's picking like, "Hello, how are you?" He's like, "I've got my cock in my hand." Excuse me. Am I on about to jizz? Hold on.
They're clearly doing it's a huge.
You know this is a haberdashery in Westport. Oh, there we go. Splaffed.
Publicity stunt.
Splaffed? Just made up a word. It's all good.
To say sorry, the adult channel are sending over 3 of their top models to Westport today.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Did you hear that?
I did, and to be nice to meet those, all right.
And do you think the people of the village or the town should welcome them?
Oh, open-heartedly. Oh, no diffs or buts about it.
We've loads of models here.
Yeah, I have 3 models right here beside me.
Oh, you shifty bastard. Fucking hell. He looks like he needs to be born again.
Wait a second, are you actually over from the TV station, ladies?
How could you stop, you fucking dirty old cunt?
Maybe we'll get the opportunity to meet them.
What would you say to them?
That's about coming to Westport.
What?
You wouldn't mind an odd call, but constantly.
I love that. You wouldn't mind the odd call, but when it's constant, it gets a bit much.
There's only so many fucking nuts you can bust, I tell you. You make all the odd time. I haven't got the minerals for it there anymore.
So what are you going to say to them when you see them?
I haven't seen them in a while, so I got Sky there recently, and they're not on it anymore.
Hopefully it'll brighten up the place, this. What's going on?
Do you think it'll brighten up the
Oh,
place?
well, of course, yeah.
We're here on the...
Look at this, the quality of the women around Westport. You'll be glad to see any of them with a full set of teeth on the front.
in Westport. At the time we were told the girls would be arriving. The press is here, the Today Show was waiting, but so far, no sign of them. Are you all ready?
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
what are you hoping?
We're just in time now for the local knitting class up in the resource centre in Westport.
Are you going to ask them to come along and do a bit of knitting?
I do.
Maybe they need to cover up a
Could
bit.
happen.
There they are. 3 live women.
They have arrived. How about that? What are your names?
Alexa. I'm Priya. I'm Vicky.
So, okay.
Alexa, Siri, Google Home.
We've been talking about this here in the country all week. Why did you decide to come over?
So basically we were made aware of the situation through the media. So we've just come over here to obviously let people know.
She inhales like Eminem. We've come over here to fucking just show our tits to the locals.
We're aware of the situation, we're rectifying it, and to apologise for anybody who was put out of joint or disturbed by the incident.
So for people who aren't too familiar with Babe Station, what is it? How does it work?
It is basically a platform for models to sort of get themselves out there, interact with people. It's an interacting TV show.
You're the stars of the channel.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do on it? Or
basically, we just let our personalities shine through. We do live mic-ups. You do have to be over the age of 18 to call in the show, but we do our day shows, we do our night shows, and it's just all about having fun. And we have a brilliant time and our callers have a good time with us.
So before we go, very quickly, you have...
That was a very polite way of going. We let our personalities, tits, shine through, and our listeners just have fun with us, pulling the rod off themselves.
The nation here watching you now on RT1 television, the Today Show. What would you like to say to them?
Sorry for
Sorry.
any inconvenience we've caused anybody.
And you're here to make it up.
We're here to
Inconvenient. James, I was expecting a call from the doctors, and then some fucking English slag rang me up there, and here I am. Here I am with my third bus note of the day. Sorry, sore throat from during the week, talking shit all week.
With everybody. So come and be our friend while we're here in Westport.
I get all the tough gigs for the Today Show, but for just now, Dahi and Mara from Westport, it's back to you.
It's Dahi here. Not a teeth licking going on there. Me with Invisalign in. What a heartwarming story there from Westport. More and Dahi over here. I get all the best jobs. And Cotton is it, well, girls. Fucking. What do you fancy? You don't go for a couple of pints? Or imagine his attitude or his personality's fully changed. Yeah, let's make the fucking. You're not gonna come over the hallway over here for nothing, are you? You dirty fucking bastard. I'm born again. Anyway, what a wonderful story to end on. You know, it's a bit like who used to have that TV show where at the end was it Russell Howard or something? He used to do the show, and then at the end he'd play a nice heartwarming video. There you go, the people of Westport finally getting erections again. You love to see it. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. If you're listening to this, hop on over, and you can answer all the questions in a fun and exciting way over on the Patreon. And that's it. Yeah, patreon.com/General Banter Podcast. There's tons of episodes. If you're listening to this and you've heard the 12 Pods of Christmas on Patreon, I'm going to take a small selection of them, maybe 3 or 4, maybe the ones that sort of are most unusual. Bit of an unusual guest setup for me, and maybe put those out publicly. I hope you don't mind. I do appreciate that you've paid for them a couple of months ago. We might take some of them and put them out publicly just as a little bit of a teaser. There is a whole lot more coming on the Patreon. We now have a power lead. We're moving up in the world, aren't we? I'm wearing a General Apparel dad cap. Is it too small for my head? Only the video will tell. Congas.com for all the merch. We got, oh boy, do we have merch plans. Oh boy, do we have merch plans. There's plenty of shit coming up. You can get one of these hats. We're doing sweet hoodies, and then we'll be doing sort of quarterly drops, which are just going to be hot AF, man. And hopefully in the not too distant future, I will have some gigs to tell you about. I tell you what, the big man doing about 7 gigs this year. 7 absolute bangers, and that's fucking it, man. Because we're doing the podcast, we're podcasting like a motherfucker. We're going to be doing merch like a motherfucker, and the rest of the time we'll just be cool vlogs, traveling, you know, focusing on a lot more cool shit to do, cool filming and stuff. So yeah, cheers for listening. Get yourself on the Patreon for little gifts weekly. Also a back catalogue of a ton of shit. And that's about it, man. Take care of yourselves, you know. Just remember, you're the fucking they in the arena. Don't let anyone give you any shit. Tell them to snorkel your asshole. I'm out of here. Cheers. Big kisses and all. Oh.